All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third edition of the Savvy Speakers Conference. Since we started a couple of years ago, I think both the number of participants who are speaking and the people who are attending has tripled now. So thank you for all your support, and especially on Saturday morning, taking most of your Saturdays off to be here and supporting this event. We all appreciate you. On behalf of all the kids talking today, thank you very much. And we have a lot of new attendees, new families and kids who are joining us today. So I just wanted to take a quick couple of minutes to talk about what we do here. And so I think I recently came across a quote that very aptly describes what we do here, essentially, and more importantly, my approach to public speaking. So it says, get comfortable being uncomfortable. So for most of us here, including me, whenever we get to talk in front of a large gathering, it's uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar to us. We are not used to it. We haven't prepared for it most of the time. So the feeling of talking in front of public is uncomfortable for most of us. So the whole idea about getting ready for public speaking is about creating these opportunities for the kids here to practice like these events where they get to talk in front of large public. So on doing this continuously, they get more familiar and they get more comfortable doing it. So it's probably never going to be the case where even after you have spoken in front of large audiences for hundreds of times, there is still the feeling of uncomfortableness, the anxiety when we go to talk in front of large groups. That's probably never going to change. But the idea here is we want to expose them to these experiences so that they get comfortable doing it again and again. That's the whole idea. And for those of you who are new here, what we generally do is this year we had like two different batches. The junior batch, that is essentially most of them are like rising middle schoolers, and a senior batch, most of them are like rising high schoolers this year. And we had a sort of a start and stop this year. We had multiple breaks in between. But the overall idea of the class this year was, let's get them exposed to different aspects of presenting. Throughout the year, they went through different things, like they did a basic kind of SWOT analysis on themselves. Then we introduced different concepts around more advanced concepts around presenting. But the overall idea has been trying to come up with what would be a good topic and framework for this event. And after different options, we narrowed in on something called as a business case. So the idea is introducing the concept and the framework of business case to this kid, so that how to take an idea that they have, an original idea that they have, and build into a sales pitch, something that they can present to a large group in a convincing manner. So we put together like a high-level framework that is similar, that was very same for all of the kids. And they brought in their original ideas on what is that they want to build, what is that they want to present, and then worked on this concept of a business case that they can present. And one of the things that I very strongly believe when it comes to these presentations are the mastery that you have over the content is critical for a speaker to be confident. So that's extremely important. So the goal of this event is essentially to present something that is original to them, something that they have created, that they have complete mastery over, so that they don't have to worry about memorizing something somebody else wrote for them and trying to speak here. So the goal here is that whatever they have built is their own content, and they are going to be presenting that today. So we have close to, I think, 19 kids talking today, and there is a special guest who's going to join us a little later as well. And the format that we are going to do it is, the junior batch is going to go first. We have around 8 kids working as teams. So there are 4 teams, two kids in each group. And they are going to be pitching their case about a social cause. What is the social cause that they think needs most interest, most investment from all of you? And the audience here today, or all of you, consider yourselves to be investors. You're going to be listening to these kids talk about their ideas. and you are going to be playing an active role and voting on which idea, which business case is most convincing to you. So after the first group finishes, like after the junior batch finishes, we'll have a small poll where you'll be able to vote through your phone. So we'll go through that process when we reach there. And then we'll get started with the senior batch. We have 11 kids who are going to go through their individual presentations, individual business cases of what is that they want to do. Right? And once they are done, we will have a quick poll on theirs as well. And the idea is on the juniors batch, we'll identify one team who's getting the most votes, most points. And on the senior batch, we'll have three presentations that will be voted as the top three presentations, and they have some special awards at the end of it as well. Regardless of all of that, regardless of the awards, regardless of the competition, just being here today and being able to speak in front of all of you, they're all winners. That's the idea of competition is to just to encourage them to bring in their extra effort, and I think they all have done some great work. I've seen that progress, especially in the last week. A lot of great progress. So I'm just like all of you, I'm looking forward to see all of that as well. So looking forward to all of that. And before we get into the presentation, so some quick logistics aspects. There is a restroom over here. If anybody wants to take a break, please go ahead. And right after the junior batch is done, we'll have a quick, like a 10-minute break. There are snacks for kids and adults at the back there. So let's take a quick break before we start the senior batch. It's going to be like a long session. We'll have probably another close to 2.5 hours. So I understand there might be younger kids here who might get a little cranky. If there are kids who are getting a little cranky, you can take them to the back, take them to the side over here. And try avoiding a lot of noises in the presentation itself. And if you have to move around, please do when one speaker is there, another speaker is coming to present, do it during that time. The reason for all of that is I want to create as formal as a space environment for all of this kids. Okay, with all of that, let's get started with our first presentation. Itana and Saran.